Hello guys, and welcome to the Simple Spec Game. With a lot of pixel art games that has been released, it makes sense that several games do not have so much exposure like others. So in this video, we are gonna see top pixel art games that are kinda underrated. We start with Wizordum. It's a retro-inspired first-person shooter that blends the charm of classic 90s shooters with modern gameplay elements. Players step into the role of a mage on a quest to uncover the source of chaos in the mystical world of Terra Bruma. The game emphasizes fast-paced action, where players wield a variety of spells and magical items to combat enemies. The levels are intricately designed, offering secrets to uncover and challenges to overcome reminiscent of old-school FPS games. Players must strategically use their arsenal of spells to defeat foes while managing resources like mana. Undungeon is a visually stunning action RPG that combines intense real-time combat with a rich science fiction narrative. Players take on the role of a herald, a being tasked with restoring balance to a fractured multiverse. The game features a unique pixel art style and a deep story that unfolds as players travel between dimensions, interact with various factions, and make impactful decisions. The world building is intricate, immersing players in a universe filled with mystery and lore. Customization is a key aspect, allowing players to modify their herald with various organs and implants to suit their play style. Ancient Abyss is a 2D action-adventure game with roguelike elements, drawing inspiration from classic Zelda titles. The gameplay revolves around exploring a mysterious and ever-changing maze filled with hidden secrets, dangerous enemies, and powerful bosses. Players navigate through procedurally generated levels, ensuring that each playthrough offers a unique experience. As you progress, you'll uncover new areas, collect valuable items, and unlock abilities that enhance your character's strength and versatility. The combat system is fast-paced and skill-based, requiring players to master dodging, timing, and strategic use of their arsenal to overcome challenges. Sword of the Necromancer is a dungeon-crawling action RPG with roguelike elements and a unique twist on combat. The gameplay centers around Tama, a protagonist on a quest to revive her beloved Coco using the forbidden powers of the titular Sword of the Necromancer. What sets this game apart is its ability to turn defeated enemies into allies. By using the sword, players can resurrect fallen foes to fight alongside them, creating a dynamic and strategic combat experience. As players delve deeper into the dungeon, they can collect weapons, items, and upgrades to enhance their abilities. Loot River is a unique dungeon-crawling action roguelike that combines intense combat with spatial puzzles. The gameplay is set in procedurally generated labyrinths, where players navigate through dark, atmospheric environments by sliding blocks of ancient ruins reminiscent of Tetris mechanics. This block-shifting ability is central to the gameplay, allowing players to solve puzzles, traverse obstacles, and strategically position themselves during combat. The combat itself is challenging and reminiscent of Dark Souls, requiring precise timing and strategy to defeat enemies and bosses. Although it's not superior as its predecessor, Wargroove 2 is still worth to play and especially offering enhanced gameplay and new features. Players command armies, utilizing a variety of units and commanders, each with unique abilities, to outmaneuver opponents on the battlefield. The game introduces a new tiered groove system, adding depth to the tactical options available during combat. In addition to its single-player campaign, Wargroove 2 includes a roguelike mode, where players face procedurally generated challenges, and a co-op mode for teaming up with friends. The game also features robust customization tools, allowing players to create and share their own maps, cutscenes, and campaigns. No Place for Bravery is a pixel top-down action RPG that combines intense combat with a deeply emotional narrative. Players take on the role of Thorn, a battle-hardened warrior searching for his lost daughter in a world ravaged by chaos. The gameplay emphasizes precise combat mechanics, including dodging, parrying, and timing attacks, making every encounter a test of skill. Mistakes are punishing, adding a layer of challenge that rewards mastery. The game also weaves in moral dilemmas and personal reflection, creating a story-driven experience that resonates with players. Tyrant's Blessing is a tactical turn-based strategy game that challenges players to lead a group of the last living warriors in Tiberia, a land overtaken by the undead forces of the Tyrant. The gameplay revolves around strategic positioning and careful planning, as players must utilize their heroes' unique abilities to outmaneuver enemies. Each battle is a puzzle-like encounter where terrain, enemy placement, and resource management play a crucial role in achieving victory. In addition to its combat mechanics, Tyrant's Blessing emphasizes decision-making outside of battles. Players must choose between fighting, rescuing survivors, or gathering resources, each decision impacting the overall progression of their campaign. Serin Fate is a retro-inspired RPG that blends magic, exploration, and creature collection into a captivating gameplay experience. Players take on the role of a newly transformed witch, tasked with restoring the shattered Fate Stone while navigating a world filled with monsters, secrets, and challenges. The gameplay emphasizes freedom and discovery, allowing players to explore sprawling biomes, capture and train magical familiars, and master the art of witchery. Combat in Serin Fate is dynamic and requires strategic use of spells and familiars to overcome formidable monsters. Hunt the Night is a retro-style action-adventure game that combines fast-paced combat with dark fantasy elements. Players step into the role of Vesper, a member of the Stalkers, tasked with battling the horrors of the night in the world of Medrum. The gameplay emphasizes skillful combat, requiring players to master dodging, timing, and switching between melee and ranged attacks to defeat challenging enemies and bosses. In addition to its combat mechanics, the game offers exploration-driven gameplay, with dungeons filled with secrets, lore, and gruesome foes. Players can customize Vesper's build by upgrading weapons, unlocking abilities, and tailoring their playstyle to suit different challenges. Final Vendetta is a hard-hitting beat-em-up game inspired by classic arcade titles. The gameplay revolves around fast-paced side-scrolling combat, where players brawl through dangerous environments filled with enemies. You can choose from 3 unique characters, Claire Sparks, Duke Sancho, and Miller T. Williams, each with their own fighting style and moves. The game offers multiple modes, including arcade, survival, versus, and boss rush, providing diverse challenges for players. It also supports co-op gameplay, allowing 2 players to team up and tackle the action together. Mana Spark is a challenging action RPG that blends roguelike elements with deep skill-based combat. The gameplay revolves around exploring procedurally generated dungeons filled with enemies that possess unique behaviors and strategies. Players must learn enemy patterns and adapt their tactics to survive, as each encounter requires precision and quick thinking. The combat system is entirely skill-driven, rewarding players who master timing and positioning. Beyond combat, Mana Spark offers a progression system where players rebuild and maintain their guild's village. This includes meeting new characters, unlocking traps and weapons. Victory Road is a boxing simulator that puts players in the role of a coach rather than a boxer. The gameplay focuses on managing and training your boxer, making strategic decisions to guide their career and improve their skills. Players must carefully plan training regimens, manage resources, and develop strategies to climb the ranks and achieve success in the boxing world. The game emphasizes the importance of preparation and adaptability, as each opponent presents unique challenges that require tailored approaches. In addition to its management aspects, Victory Road offers a variety of customization options, allowing players to shape their boxer's abilities and style. Rising Hell is an adrenaline-pumping vertical platformer with roguelite elements that challenges players to ascend through the depths of a procedurally generated hell. The gameplay revolves around fast-paced action as players control a character battling hordes of demons and navigating treacherous environments. Each level is filled with traps, enemies, and power-ups, ensuring that no two runs feel the same. As players progress, they can unlock new characters, each with unique abilities and play styles, adding variety to the gameplay. The roguelite mechanics mean that death is not the end, but an opportunity to grow stronger by acquiring upgrades and learning from past mistakes. Evil Tonight is a pixel art survival horror game that blends exploration, combat, and puzzle solving. Players take on the role of Sylvia, a modern exorcist who must confront malevolent forces in a haunted school. The gameplay emphasizes resource management, as players must carefully conserve ammunition and health items while navigating eerie environments filled with lurking dangers. The combat system is action-oriented, requiring precise timing and strategy to fend off enemies. Players explore interconnected areas, uncovering the story piece by piece while facing escalating threats. Roof Rage is a fast-paced martial arts platform fighter that combines competitive gameplay with party game elements. Players engage in intense rooftop battles, either locally with up to 8 players or online in 1v1 matches. The game features 13 unique characters, each with their own play style, and 13 culturally inspired rooftop stages. Players can perform advanced moves like wave dashing, parrying, and smash attacks, as well as use roof tiles as projectiles to outmaneuver opponents. The game also includes various modes, such as stock matches, team matches, and an arcade mode with AI opponents of varying difficulty levels. Shakedown Hawaii is an open-world action-adventure game that combines retro aesthetics with modern gameplay mechanics. The game puts players in the shoes of a struggling CEO trying to rebuild his empire. The gameplay revolves around completing missions that involve everything from acquiring businesses and sabotaging competitors to rezoning land and engaging in chaotic shootouts. The game offers a mix of combat, exploration, and strategic business management, allowing players to expand their influence across the island. Players can customize their character, upgrade their arsenal, and even engage in humorous side missions that parody corporate culture and modern consumerism. Ashina the Red, which is an exploration-based, story-driven adventure game that takes players on a journey through a mysterious spirit world. The gameplay revolves around solving puzzles, interacting with unique characters, and uncovering the lore of the game's universe. Players control Ash, the protagonist, as she navigates this otherworldly realm to save her sister. The game emphasizes exploration, with players using items they find to progress through challenges and delve deeper into the story. Dialogue choices also play a role, allowing players to learn more about the characters and the world they inhabit. Half Past Fate is a charming narrative-driven adventure game that blends romantic storytelling with light puzzle solving. The gameplay revolves around exploring beautifully crafted pixel art environments, interacting with various characters, and uncovering their interconnected stories. Players navigate through different timelines, switching between 6 protagonists whose lives intertwine in unexpected ways. The game emphasizes dialogue and decision-making, allowing players to shape the narrative and influence the outcomes of the characters' relationships. The Captain is a retro-inspired point-and-click adventure game where players take on the role of Captain Thomas Wellmu, a Space Fleet science officer stranded on the far side of the galaxy. The gameplay revolves around racing against time to return to Earth while making critical decisions that shape the story. Players explore various planets, interact with diverse civilizations, and face moral dilemmas that determine who they save or leave behind. The game offers a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and narrative-driven choices, allowing players to forge their unique path through the galaxy. Players can upgrade their ship, repair damages, and equip new weapons to face space battles or avoid them entirely. Bear's Restaurant is a heartwarming adventure game where you step into the shoes of a cat, working as a server in a restaurant run by a bear. The restaurant is no ordinary eatery. It caters to the souls of the departed, offering them their favorite meals from life. As the player, your primary task is to uncover the favorite dishes of these souls by diving into their memories using memory shards. This unique mechanic allows you to explore poignant and often bittersweet moments from their lives. As you progress, you unravel the stories of various characters, each with their own unique pasts and regrets. So that is the video. Which game that catches your eyes? Please let me know in the comment. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.